Tôi cũng nhận thấy là cộng đồng người Việt tự do của chúng ta có đây, cô Hà Phương đây, ở đâu đó, tôi đi xin mời cô vô luôn cũng được. Hà Quyên.
Kính thưa quý vị, chúng ta chào đón cô Hà Quyên là Chủ tịch Cộng đồng Người Việt Tự do.
Hà Quyên. Sau đây tôi xin giới thiệu một người bạn rất thân của chúng tôi. Chúng tôi đã làm việc với David Kilgour gần hơn 35 năm trong vấn đề Việt Nam. David Kilgour trước cũng là chủ tịch Ủy ban Quốc tế tại Việt Nam Tự do của Canada, và ông David Kilgour cũng là phó chủ tịch Quốc hội của Canada. Và nhân tại đây, chủ tịch David Kilgour là người mà giúp Việt Nam chúng ta rất nhiều. Sau đây tôi xin giới thiệu David Kilgour.
It's so hot, I will promise you I'll cut my speech really short. Chers amis, tout le pays ici qui sont venus de tous les coins de Canada, soyez les bienvenus.
Merci beaucoup.
This, I'm going to shorten this. We demand, all of us, representing 33 organizations across Canada, demand, I quote, that the Vietnamese Communist authorities stop the implementation of the Internet Security Law because it violates the Vietnamese people's freedom of expression and their right to improve their knowledge, right?
Yes.
We can, quote, we condemn the plan of the Vietnamese Communist authorities to sell out the country through the Special Economic Zones Law, right?
Yes. You got it.
We demand that the Vietnamese Communist authorities stop arresting those who demonstrate for justice, for a clean environment, for sovereignty, for citizens' rights, and to unconditionally release peaceful dissidents and all prisoners of conscience, right?
Yes. You got it.
Finally, we demand that the communist authorities and their rubber-stamp National Assembly, elected by no one, I might add, return to the Vietnamese people their rightful ownership of the country, their right to free elections to choose worthy people, men and women, to represent them and to build the country, right?
Right. You got it.
Other speakers today, dear friends, are providing more details on these two issues. Let me say a few words, if I may, about one of many heroic individuals across Vietnam. I have great difficulty with her name, but I'm going to get it correct here. Nguyen Ngoc Nguyen Nguyen, one of Vietnam's most prominent bloggers, is best known, as you know, by her pen name Mother Mushroom. She has been in prison, I believe, since 2016. In 2017, she was sentenced to 10 years in prison after a one-day trial. The charges were in connection with 18 articles that she had put online, all articles that you and I and every Canadian would agree with.
Yes.
She reported on sensitive issues censored by the state-controlled media, including land grabbing by officials, environmental degradation, and police brutality. I will skip that. She has been locked inside her room and its electricity was cut. The government of Vietnam has detained at least 10 journalists, as you know, including her. All are in prison. She prophetically told the Committee to Protect Journalists in 2014 that she feared she would eventually be arrested and jailed. Earlier that year, she told the Committee to Protect Journalists about how she'd often disguised her appearance to evade officials who monitored her meetings and movements. Prison authorities have refused her medical treatment since her arrest. She was, earlier this year, as you I'm sure know, was transferred to a prison facility far from her home province, making it more difficult for her family to visit her. Now, a bit of good news. The Committee to Protect Journalists have presented its 2018 International Press Freedom Award to her. Isn't that wonderful? I'm delighted to tell any of you who may not yet know that Dr. Mark Arnell, the Professor Emeritus and former Dean of the campus St. John at the University of Alberta, has nominated her for the 2018 Nobel Peace Prize. The spirit and will of Mother Mushroom cannot be contained, and it's expressed in her inspiring message, and I quote, "I want to build a just society and a good country. A country of self-reliance requires a foundation of freedom and justice. Citizens are happy and free, and when they enjoy the freedom of speech to express their opinions. I want all to speak up and fight to overcome self-doubt so that we can build a better country for ourselves." Close quote. Thank you all for coming from so far today. Merci mille fois. Merci.